In the last class 9th standard syllabus, we have studied the lesson that is Vijayanagara Empire and Bahamani Kingdoms. So in 5 parts. So let us go to the next main topic in social science, that is business studies. So in that first lesson is management of business. So in this session today we are going to learn about the meaning of management, then the principles of management, and then functional areas of management and decision making process. So let us go deep with these 4 points. Let us have a look on this by having some important images regarding this lesson, that is management of business. So dear children, management is essential for all organizations, big or small, profit or non-profit, manufacturing or service sector. Meaning of management. The term management is used in different senses. Generally, the term management is used to refer to the principles of managing the activities of an enterprise. It is also used to refer to a field of learning or a branch of knowledge. According to George R. Terry, management is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, actuating and controlling performance to determine and accomplish the objectives by the use of people and resources. Now let us go to the principles of management. For smooth and efficient management of a business concern, certain principles are necessary to be followed. The following principles are suggested by Henry Fayol. They are division of work. Work has to be divided among the employees. The division of work leads to specialization and efficiency. It minimizes the wastage and maximizes the production and profit. Next is authority and responsibility. This principle refers to the authority and responsibility, which are the combination of official authority and personal responsibility. Both are compounded with intelligence, experience, past experience, moral worth, etc. Third is the discipline. Discipline, the principle refers to the managerial authority and constructive discipline among the official and subordinates at all levels. It guarantees the fulfillment of objectives set by the management. The discipline required by the superior should be clear and fair. It also includes the judicious application of penalties. Next is unity of command. This is the principle that an employee should receive orders from one superior only. Next is unity of direction. This principle means that each group of activities having the same objective must have one head and one plan. Sixth one is subordination of individual interest to general interest. That means this principle tells that the management should minimize the individual differences and should not allow differences to block the fulfillment of general goals of the organization. Seventh is remuneration. The remuneration and methods of payment should be fair and afford to maximum satisfaction to the employees. Eighth is centralization and decentralization. This principle refers to the extent to which authority is concentrated so that it gives the overall yields. Ninth is scalar chain. This principle means that every enterprise should have graded authority of superior-subordinate relationship. The range of authority and responsibility of superiors in relation to the subordinates at various levels should be clearly defined. 10th is order. This principle relates to arrangement of things and people. There should be a place for everything and everything should be in place. 11th is equity. It means that there must be fair dealing, accommodation or cooperative attitude among the common employees and managers. The 12th is stability of tenure. The management must assure security of job to the personnel. Instability of job has both cause and effect of the bad management. The quick labor turnover will result in bad management. 13th is initiative. The initiative is one of the key satisfactions. The management should have the capacity to think out original plans and execute them with full discretion. And the last is esprit de corps. It is based on the principle that is unity in strength. It emphasizes the need for teamwork and importance of communication in obtaining it. So dear children, these are the 14 points regarding the meaning of management and principle of management. So in the next class, we are going to learn about the functional areas of management. Thank you for watching.